Hi there. Thank you for joining this episode of the Weekly Send. The Weekly Send is powered by Founded Technology, a technology partner in your nonprofit's mission. Achieve your goals through solutions built for nonprofits and dedicated to your success. And by 1832 Communications, partnering with your organization to help you build more relationships and raise more money. Today, we're going to look at a great piece of content in an email from the Smithsonian. And we're going to start with the subject line. Take the big, small quiz. First of all, quizzes are a great way to get people to interact and learn more about your organization, as it were, or your mission and what you advocate for. And it's a different type of content. It's not an ask, so it's great. Number two, a big, small quiz. It kind of grabs me. I'm curious what that is. And number three, look what they added here. They added some emojis in the subject line. I get this question often, and I'm going to tell you, I've seen data that says emojis help with open rates and emojis don't help with open rates. My answer, as always, is test. Send some of your emails with emojis, send some of your emails without emojis. See which ones more opens, more click-throughs and all that, and see which ones don't get as much. It could be sometimes it's generational. Gen X and boomers don't like emojis. They like more business-like, whereas Gen Z and millennials connect to it. I don't know. It could be that your audience will connect. It could be that your audience won't connect. Test. Find out if it works or if it doesn't work. In terms of the email itself, it comes from Smithsonian, and the email address is e-news. It's very generic. It is not a one-to-one communication in terms of the email address itself. Now, the email itself, I love. Thousands of you have sized up items in the Smithsonian's collections to guess which are biggest, smallest, tallest, and most plentiful. So far, this quiz is proving a tiny bit tricky. The average score is 3 out of 7. So there's a challenge now. Hey, can you do better than everyone else? Yeah, I can. So in this email, they want me to take this Smithsonian big and small quiz. That's the call to action. That's it. In fact, they give you one of the questions. Let's start small. Which of these objects is tiniest? And there's a call to action. Take the quiz. That's all this email wants me to do is take a quiz. Nothing else. Perfect. Let's look at the mobile version for just a second. And you can see it's well spaced. This picture stands out. This take the quiz call to action button stands out. There's nothing else going on. I love this upper banner here. They've got these images going on, big and small quiz. It stands out. I know what they want me to do. Go take the quiz, which is what we're going to do. So I go here to the landing page and it tells me, let's get started. Let's see what you know. And we're going to go through 2 questions. Question 1 out of 7, you've got 4 options here. Of these objects from across their collections, which is the tiniest? I'll click bejeweled brooch. And you click get the answer. Almost. It was the Emerald Cup. I'm already 0 for 1. And then it tells you all about this Emerald Cup, a little bit of its history, where it comes from and more. So it educates you, which I love. It's bringing value added to me as a subscriber. Next question. Question 2. One type of object across all of the collections we hold holds the distinction of being the smallest. What kind of item is it? I'm going to go with insect. Get the answer? That's right. Woohoo! I'm 1 for 2 so far. And they give you a little bit more about it. Next question, I want you to see what they do here. They use this quiz touch point to get me to take an action, which is a good idea. Before they finish the quiz, they'd like me to sign up for their e-newsletter. I like this. Then they give you 2 options down here. They also say, no thanks. I don't want to get the latest news from the Smithsonian, so you can continue with the quiz. This form, unfortunately, asks for way too much. The only thing they really need is this field right here, email address. You want me to sign up for your e-newsletter? You need my email address. Maybe they need my first name if they're going to personalize the emails. But outside of that, they don't need my zip code. They don't need my last name. But in general, I'm a fan of this. If you're going to do one of these quizzes and you have a touch point, as it were, get me to take an action. Maybe I want to learn more. I want to connect more to the Smithsonian. Use this. Just so you know that at the end of the 7 questions, they tell you what your score was. And then they have also their donate page. So obviously, they're moving you from you learn more about the Smithsonian, maybe you want to make a donation. So in terms of this email, number 1, yes, test emojis in your subject line. They might work, they might not. Test, test, test. See what works best for your organization. Number 2, add an element of fun to your emails. Give me some value, give me some extra content. It doesn't always have to be a fundraising ask. And this quiz is a lot of fun for some people. And they challenge you because they tell you most people only got a 3 out of 7, and they challenge you to do better than a 3 out of 7. And number 3, use that touch point to encourage an action like they did, where they encouraged me to sign up for their e-newsletter. Thank you very much for joining us for this episode of the Weekly Send, where we help your nonprofit boost your email marketing and fundraising. We'll see you next episode.